Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot, and this, the April monthly tarot outlook for Virgo. We're going to get right into it and cut your deck. Already been shuffling off camera, and let's jump right into it, Virgo. 10 of Swords for you, and a 10 of Wands. Wow. Above, below, before and after. Pages, 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords energy, Queen of Pentacles. All right. Let's get right into your main theme for this beautiful April period. Tens. Completion. It's the end. That's it, Virgo. You are absolutely done with a bunch of situations that have been burdening you, right? You are coming to a full completion cycle in your life. We're going to, of course, be pulling more cards, but it's very significant to get two tens like that. I'm going to say for some of you, you've been in a situation that has been really, really tough on you. You've had to suffer a lot of humiliation. You've had to suffer a lot of sort of blows to your ego. You really had to overcome a lot of obstacles, and you're at a space now where you're done with that. You were really going through a lot of anxiety, a lot of pain recently. And let's carry on. Let's see what this is all about. 4 of Wands coming out. 7 of Swords, treachery, 4 of Cups. Yeah. This is to do, and so far, I'm going to say, all of the monthly readings I've done on my channel now, I'm up to Virgo, and I've started at Aries. They all have something to do with the love connection. Here we have the 1111 card, and again, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords has shown up so much recently, and the 4 of Wands. A lot of you are dealing with finding out that the relationships you're in are effed up. That there's been treachery. There's a heartache here. There's a lot of pain. Somebody's been very dishonest. 4 of Cups energy comes in. You decide to say no. Okay? You absolutely decide to say no. A lot of arguing, right? A lot of arguing. And a lot of, in this regard, every reading so far has had a different aspect of this. But Virgo, in your situation, there's just been a lot of deception, okay? A lot of deception about money. Yeah, a lot of deception about, oops, my angel. A lot of deception about money. You've been dealing with someone in your life who has been unwilling to move. Unwilling to change, right? You have been, I want to say, primarily the one who's been taking care of things. You've been the one who brings money into the home. I think you're independently well off, aside from this person, right? So you don't have any concerns with money, but you're finding out that there's been a lot of lies. There's been a lot of deception. And they have virtually done none of the things that they said they would do. Right? Knight of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Emperor. For you, you're kind of, I think up until now, up until April, because this energy comes in for you in April. Let's get your future cards and we'll start to get clarifiers. Wow, 10 of Pentacles and a 4 of Pentacles. So money again, issues to do with finances again, Virgo. You've been very clear lately about what needs to be done. Here's this energy, you know that this person has been taking advantage of you, and you know what you need to do in order for it to end, right? And you've been very clear about that. I think up until April, you've been in the process of really sort of laying down the law in that regard, right? And being really swift about it. The arguing was too much for you. Listen, this deception comes to light in some kind of way. the main portion of the deception comes to light. And I think that's the final blow that makes you just finally say, yep, you know what? I'm not going to carry you anymore. I'm done here. I'm not going to allow you to sort of take advantage of me anymore. But you knew it was going on for quite some time, and you've had a lot of anxiety about it. But I think ultimately something goes down, or something has gone down, perhaps in this last month or two, that really put the final nail in the coffin for your decision to end this. Again, another ending, Prince of Cups, Four of Wands. Wow. Four of Wands comes out again. And a Ten of Wands comes out again. This was absolutely a love connection. And a Prince of Cups comes out. Listen, Virgo, this was a love connection with somebody. But look at this. Look at that Prince of Cups. Mean. There's a bit of a mean look there, right? There's a bit of a serious look. This person, this was a serious connection. I think. Four of Wands energy there. It was definitely serious. It may have been quick as well. I feel here in this particular scenario, Virgo, if you're resonating with this relationship was probably very hot and heavy, but very quick. And again, you were the one who really took care of things financially. Nevertheless, you knew you had a lot of anxiety because I think you knew that this person wasn't what they said they were. The Knight of Cups, or in this deck, the Prince of Cups, that knight is very flighty. He's not as determined as the Knight of Pentacles. He's just not there. Like he comes in, he comes in with all the kisses and the sweet words and all of that. But very quickly he can move on. Very quickly, his words don't really carry a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? So you find yourself realizing that you've been kind of duped. You've been kind of played, Let's keep it real. You've been played in some kind of way. And all of this you kind of find out. And again, Ten of Wands, you say, no way. I'm not, you know what I mean? This is not me. This is not what I want to do with my life. This is not how I want to move forward. And you listen, you decide to leave. You decide to move on, right? There's a Page of Cups there and a Queen of Pentacles. Ultimately, this month of April, I do feel like you're open to another relationship. You don't feel devastated here. Queen of Wands coming in again, and King of Cups. Yeah, a king comes in for you. This Prince of Cups down here was really like, again, this was in one of my other readings, this came up as well. Very childlike, very immature, and yet here coming in for you with this Page of Cups in April, you have someone who's definitely grown coming in. King of Cups energy, this is grown folks energy coming for you. Queen of Wands, right? Very fiery. Queen of Wands is very fiery, but yet and still, you present with a lot of fire energy right now. In a lot of ways, right? Because Queen of Wands is very resilient. She gets through a lot. She makes it through a lot of heartache. So you definitely resonate with that. You're being very resilient. And in this way, even though you're an earth sign, you're being quite fiery about what you want. But this king comes in for you. This is nice. Listen, he comes in with Page of Cups. He comes in with just like a little, hey, you want to grab coffee? You want to hang out sometime? He's got a very alluring look there. He's like, yeah, he's just peeping you. And he's coming in with something. And you're not opposed to it. Listen, as I say, this was serious. I think this was hot and heavy and serious. But at the same time, it was really fast. And I don't think you had enough time to really get that deep with them. I don't think you allowed it enough time. Because you saw very quickly that the person you're dealing with is kind of shisty. So this is the month, April is a month, again, of freedom. This theme came out in one of the previous readings for one of the previous signs, but freedom coming in for you. You don't have to carry this person. I think you got sick. Listen, if you were the one who was having to take care of them all the time and worry about them, and they weren't bringing anything to the table, there was a lot of fighting going on. Here, Five of Swords energy, you probably argue with them a lot about getting their shit together. You're probably like, look, why don't you just do this? Why don't you just do that? And they said they would, but then they didn't. And it's just like you could never win with them. You could never win, and you're just left feeling like burned out. And you're like, why? I don't want to be with somebody where I got to pay for everything all the time. I got to take care of them. And now, on top of everything, they're lying to me. Boom, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they're lying to me. They're lying to me to try to get money out of me, to try to get support. Listen, it's not, you know what I mean? You've had enough of it, Virgo. You're not there for it anymore, right? So total release, again, not a deep, deep upset, but a letting go of baggage. This person is so much baggage. Let's go to these forward-looking energies real quick. Ten of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. You still have some concern over financial stability, but you have a lot of financial abundance coming in. I think you're just, I think going forward, the energy that you come out of this situation with, it's just one of care. You're just a lot more careful. I think you're not going to be paying for things so quickly with the next person. Even though this person comes in like a king for you, they're going to have to sort of, pull their own weight, because I don't think you're there. Nine of Cups, Five of Cups. I don't think you're there for taking care of anybody anymore. You just want to be happy. And you're remembering all of this crap that you went through with this last individual that you're cutting ties with, this last connection. And you're like, listen, you're like, look, I just want to be happy. I don't want to be into something deep where I have to take care of you. I don't want to have to carry these burdens. I don't want to have to... You know what I mean? I want to be in a normal relationship that's equal, that's balanced. You take care of you, I take care of me. Sometimes we buy each other stuff, and I'm good with that, right? So you're bringing something from this last sort of situation into a new situation. But financially, in April, you're doing well. I don't think finances was ever an issue for you. It's not like you're having to work on that, or you're having to get a work, or, you are already doing well. This is a reading for a Virgo that's already well established, has a good job or a good business, or is lucrative. You know what I mean? You make money. Okay, you make money. You put a lot of work and effort into it. King of Wands. Some of you own your own businesses, but you make money, and that was never a concern. And you weren't really ever concerned about losing your money to this person or in this situation. You're just coming out of this much more cautious, because you realize that a lot of what they were saying to you was just lies. It was just like them not being, they gave you their representative and not who they are. A lot of people talk about that. Meeting somebody's representative and not really who they are. And then when it comes time for them to actually show up and be who they said they were, they can't fulfill that, because that's not who they are. And this is pretty much what you're dealing with here. And it's like, again, it doesn't feel like a huge heartbreak. It's more or less like, oh, okay, yeah, this started off really nice, but hey, this is not going to work for me. Sorry. You know what I mean? Yeah, there was a lot of affection and love here. And yeah, we could have been nice. Could have been nice if you weren't such a shisty individual. If you hadn't lied to me about anything, if everything you told me about yourself was actually true, yeah, then this could have lasted. It could have been nice. But guess what? It wasn't. And, c'est la vie. I'm good, which is moving on. Not a lot of love lost here, even though you do have the 1111 card. Feels very much like a twin flames journey where you've come together. Yes, the attraction, of course, something has brought you together, but ultimately it fizzles out very quickly. You resonate at a much higher level in a lot of ways. More mature, more responsible. You have your act more together. And this person was really quite an amateur when it came to sort of, let's pull this. I want to pull this card out to remind you of a lot of the pain that you had been going through. This person was very much an amateur in terms of trying to play game on you. Yeah, they ran a little bit of game, but it was really weak. It didn't, you know what I mean? It didn't amount to much. And ultimately, you left and said, I'm done. I'm not going to do this anymore with you. So I really don't see you having to worry about much, right? Everything is intact, Virgo. You're still stable. Your money is still good. You come out of this situation really unscathed, but for the lesson of keeping what you what you own and what you have and what's yours close to you, and not giving it out so quickly until you're sure that the person you're with is legit, right? It's a lesson you're learning, Virgo. That's what's happening for you this April, and you're kind of just moving on. Yes, there's definitely a love interest that comes in, but you immediately sort of put this newfound sort of boundary, right? Or this new established boundary in your relationships. You're immediately putting that to work. And you're being like, okay, that's cool. You want to date? You want to see me? That's fine. But guess what? This is how it's going to go. You know? You, what's mine is mine, and what's mine stays mine, and what's yours can be yours. That's fine, but what's mine is mine, right? Here's your animal spirit for this month: the seahorse. Watch and wait. Yeah, watch and wait is absolutely the energy here, because with this new love connection coming in, you're absolutely watching and waiting and deciding, hang on a second, let me see who you are before I give you my all. I just got done giving my all to somebody else. And, look where it got me. They were lying. They were full of it. They weren't being honest with me at all. So, yeah, you're being very clear with them. Number 53, by the way, for the seahorse spirit, for those of you who are into your numbers, Kabbalah number 8. Yeah, you're just kind of like, look, I'm going to watch and wait and see. Yeah, we can go out, but I'm going to watch and wait and see. And don't try to get too deep. Certainly don't try to get me to do what you think you can get me to do. It's not going to work. Yeah, big lesson learned here, Virgo. Big lesson. And you happily move on with your life. Again, this connection here and this lesson feels like it was very quickly learned. You may have only been in this connection with this person maybe a few months. Mirror spirit. Spirit of the clover and spirit of the pentacle. So mirror spirit, reflecting, deflecting, vanity. Yes. You were dealing with somebody who had a lot of vanity. And there was a lot of sort of like, I want to say emotionally immature behavior. But again, very weak game when it comes to any kind of real game. Their game was pretty weak. This is a reading for a pretty sophisticated Virgo who kind of already has been around the block and knows what's going on. And you just, it's more like, okay, yeah, I'm done with this. Spirit of the clover, luck, abundance, and the summer. Spirit of the pentacle, faith, unity, and wholeness. Again, yeah, there's a certain sense of wholeness that you're trying to maintain for yourself, Virgo. And that wholeness is about keeping your mind, body, and spirit intact. And that involves the things in your life too. Sometimes when you give away too much of the things that you've worked for, you give away too much of yourself, you become scattered. And that unity, that wholeness that you seek, begins to fray. It is the way it is, It's not about not sharing, but it's about not giving to those who are ungrateful, who don't deserve it, who aren't willing to give back in kind. In that case, you're just really throwing pearls before swine. All right. So I'm going to leave this as your monthly outlook for April, Virgo. I do hope you got something out of it. Please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, sound off in the comments if you're resonating with this reading. Also, check out your love readings. I will have those attached to this video. But for right now, Virgo, this is a lesson that you're learning, and April is an exciting month for you. There is a new love interest coming in, but your money stays the same. You're not in any jeopardy. You do, however, keep your cards very much close to your heart, and you definitely have decided to learn the lesson of not giving too much out too soon before you realize who you're dealing with. All right, guys, I wish you love, life, and happiness to you, Virgos, Virgo cross watchers, and everyone in your life. I hope to see you guys in the next reading. But for right now, have a wonderful week. Bye-bye now.